Sometimes it feels like the world's moving on, or it feels like I'm already gone. Some say that's just a sign that it's right before dawn. I say the only way I can describe it is sometimes I'm watching my son on his bike and I feel like a ghost on the lawn. I feel like the host and the best of me fed something else and I'm fit to be pawned. I feel like the very last fish in the pond. And tonight they'll be flooding the valley and I'll be alone in the reservoir, endlessly carrying on, deathless and bound, down to a depth I attempted to sound until I thought maybe my sound was gone. Held in a prison whose walls my fists have been pounding on, whose CCTV turned to a live stream soon as the stream of the reservoir split the walls. And I didn't make waves or a scene, I kept my head down and I drowned to embrace it all. Found what was left of myself caught up in a tangle of trees and debris when the waters receded, and maybe I'd needed that all along. Maybe my peace is the breath of relief in the break of a song. Maybe I'm right at the peak of my being as soon as I speak the last words aloud, through the fury of my heart beating. Maybe I'm only deceiving myself. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm nearer to right than I'd like to admit, and that's why I'm convinced I'm splintering. Maybe the truth is once you let the light in, the brightness is fixed to your eyelids and there's no forgetting.
It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. Fucking hours. It costs that much cause I don't have superpowers. Superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours.
All right. Can you hear me now? You didn't need to hear that music anyway, did you? Come on. You know, just, you people are spoiled. Wanting to hear music and shit. Audio technically working shit. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I was messing around with this shit today. That's the thing. Don't mess around with your technical stuff if you add new shit and then you don't test it out. So I don't know why that was doing that shit. I don't know, but anyway, we're here now. That's all that matters. But anyway, since you are here, please make sure to obey the chicken. This is the chicken, the almighty chicken. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're into that sort of thing. Otherwise, this chicken will come to your house and will extort you for money. We got
At least a couple bucks.
Right? Well, no, that's what deer do. Deer extort you with it for a couple of bucks. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, wait, there's an app for that. I have an app for that. Hang on a second.
Groovy.
Yeah, all right. So we got so far so good. We a little decent crowd here building up there. We are your after party for the weekend. So hopefully everybody is gonna have a good time tonight. Charlie Max here, Miguel is here, Jesse in the chat. He's gonna be joining me in just a second here, mingling with the peeps. We got Cynical Girl as well, of course. Ms. Lainey Peterson is here. Ruth, what is up, brother? Like I said, Miguel's here, and I think that's everybody so far. So, yeah, I think that's it. So, if I missed you, I'll grab you on the flip side. So, anyway, enough of my jibber jabber. Let's bring this guy in. There he is, live from Camp David. It's that's our running joke. No one else can use that joke, by the way. Any of you comedians in the chat.
I am planning, Warren, to get a fancy wood sign that says Camp David and put it right above my Norman Rockwell business over here. So,
No, right? It's just you see it, right? I mean, you have just like this warm, like brownish, earthy tone going throughout the whole thing. It's very nice.
yep. It's actually just this back wall. I don't know if you can tell. The rest of the basement here is like normal colors, normal wall. But
It's very warm and inviting.
This is my little nook of Camp David, and I love it. So
It's very warm and inviting, and kind of like me, but you know, because it's really hot here. It's fucking hot here. Yesterday and today, scorchers. Although I can't really say so much, you know, compared to my southern peeps down there. This time of year, July, as soon as it hits midnight, July 1st in the south, all hell breaks loose as far as like the heat is concerned, right? It's just like nasty, disgusting weather. Nobody should have to live through that shit.
this is true.
How is it in your neck of the woods?
Well,
we were in Florida recently seeing family, and it was in the 90s. Came back here, and it just kept on going. We had a couple 96 days,
Oof.
and same just the other day, I think it was 92 or something.
Oh
And it's crazy
Jesus.
because we're in West Michigan, and the sunset right now is super late. I mean, not until like about 10 o'clock. And so it'll still be like 86 degrees, 87 degrees at like 9:30, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. It's just unreal. So tonight is nice. Tonight's cooled down a little bit. We got a breeze going, but a couple nights ago was just, yeah, sitting in ball soup.
Yeah, it's pulse soup, exactly. Uh I mean, I've been up around that neck of the woods there before. Like I visited folks in Minnesota during the summertime, and yeah, it's like late. Sun does. I was
Yep.
like checking my watch. I said, is it 10 in the morning? Is it? It'll be down in like about an hour or so. You're like, Jesus Christ, what's this, fucking Alaska? The hell?
Right.
Oh, I want to shout out. We got Randy Weaver's here. Good to see you, doll. And we've got Denver Attaway holding it down on the Rockfin. So yeah, the Rockfin link is pinned. So if you feel kind of dirty being on YouTube, I don't blame you. You can hop over to Rockfin if you'd like. We don't discriminate around here. Anyway, yeah, the last few nights we had the ladies had Kira Elliott on Thursday night. She's a blast. She hosts the Chicago Corner, and time to time she'll be on Hardlands Media. And then last night we got our Jimmy is our regular co-host on Friday nights, and she's a doll. The kids seem to dig her, and I had to get some eye candy for the show because I'm more like rendered fat as opposed to eye candy. So I don't even know what that means. Cynical Girl said it got up to 113 with the heat index. That's crazy. So how are you feeling? Let's tell me how you feel, brother.
I'm feeling good. I literally just before I hopped on with you finished mixing and mastering everything for the album. So
segue.
That's I kept writing stuff and adding stuff onto this, and the finish line kept getting further away to the point that it became that kind of daunting, like I would think about finishing the record and be like, oh, what else could I do instead? And that kind of became just getting slowly pushed into the distance. And just the other day, I'd had enough traction that all of a sudden the prospect of finishing the record was something exciting and something really tangible and close. And Greg, who we all know and love, Big Mad Crab, who is not only a musical fucking wunderkind, but also a graphical sorcerer, made in addition to all the thumbnails for my show American Tradition, made the cover for this record, The Grift. And
nice.
It's just exactly what I was hoping for. I should have had it sent to you so you could pop it up, but I wanted him to make just a big piece of troll art that could potentially get scrolled past on Twitter and not register as an album cover. Just look like one of a million other progressive Democratic candidates list of here's what I say I support, policies, but again, not something they can just wave a wand and enact once in office. But I noticed that so many people running would just have this list of like Medicare for all, housing for all, tuition-free college, and the wars. Just like, yeah, I mean, you say that you support that, that's great. But once you're in office, in the system we're in, you don't get to just go in and single-handedly do that. And the more often I would see those, the more disingenuous and a little insulting it became to, like, obviously we all, the people you're talking to on Twitter support those things, and you don't have to I feel like we're a little beyond that, that just simply listing the policies that you support on paper is not enough, but that seems to be what they just throw out so often. So I started, doing the Cy Oppenheimer videos several months ago, and I
Yeah.
wanted to just have fun with this political candidate. And then at the end of each of those videos, played a little snippet from one of the songs for the album that I had done at the time. And so I had him use me in Cy Oppenheimer mode for the cover, just giving the politician thumb and staring at my list of stuff that I say I support on a background of Elizabeth Warren Green. And bless his heart, when I showed Greg the color, he was like, Are you sure? You sure you want this? I was like, I know it's really pastel-y and trash, but that became, once she used that, the Liberty Green, so many candidates would slap that on, and that just became the like trust me color that Democrats tried to use. So I had to do it. And again, Greg made just the most perfect like meme of an album cover, and it's just exactly what I wanted. So I'm so happy.
I think, let's see, might be able to I might be able to do this. I think I found it. So give me 1 second here. And do me a favor. So this is a
Yeah.
double album, right? Is
It
that correct?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, go on the Led Zeppelin route.
I am. So
Love
and
it.
what's funny is I'm such a 90s kid. I find myself saying like 2 discs, like disc 1 is a disc 2. I
2
don't
discs.
know what the proper, I don't know what the proper way, way to term it is, but it'll
2
be
8
broken up
tracks.
into 9 songs and 9 spoken word pieces. Both clocking in around 45 minute mark each. So about an hour and a half worth of music coming at you. We're feature film length. There it is. There's the cover. Yeah.
I'm glad you're a talker, because I had to scroll to find this. God, I remember seeing this in one of our group chats, and I was like, which group chat was it in? And it was like, I wanted to be slick, and I ended up being slick. So healthcare for all, tuition-free public college, Green New Deal, universal basic income, housing for all, tax the rich, and the cheesy Cy Oppenheimer face.
Mm-hmm.
Those Cy Oppenheimer videos, those things are fucking gold, dude. I love that. I love the shit out of those.
It was so much fun to do those. Oh my god.
See, I didn't know you were like I didn't know you were a comic genius too. That's the thing. You're what the kids call multifaceted. So,
and you know what's exciting? Like, now that I finally got this record done, there are so many other things like that, like the Cy Oppenheimer thing that I've wanted to do. I've been putting off doing my promotional videos for JJ Bibb's barbecue sauce. The whole sauce enterprise really fell to the wayside, and that's on me. But I'm taking ownership, and we're moving forward with sauce on the horizon. So
sauce on the horizon. That sounds dirty.
It does, doesn't it?
Hey, baby, I got sauce on the horizon for you. It's coming. Boy.
I love how you just turned into this like Greek pawn shop owner doing some backroom deals.
You like sauce? Hey, I have plenty of sauce for you. I don't know what kind of accent that was. That was crazy. But yeah, this is and it's the timing is perfect too. It's on the 4th of July too is when it comes out, right?
And that I had to do that to myself, because I put out inauguration gift on inauguration day of 2021, and then put out war crime jams to pork to on 9/11. And so when I was realizing that I was awfully close to having this record done, and I realized 4th of July was coming up, I was like, fuck. It was a lot. At the time, I still had, I think, I had the whole spoken word album to do. So when you take that into consideration, I had 13 songs of the 18 that still needed to be finished. And I was, you know what? I'm going to do that. The more I tell myself, and especially the first time I said it on a stream, then I had to fucking do it. I'd really written it in stone at that point. And I did. I sat down one night, got all comfy cozy, got some coffee, and banged out the whole spoken word album in about 2.5 hours. So then it was just a few songs, and I've managed to chip those away. I I finished the one last night. I'm in like Kanye West mode, like announce the release date, get prepared, and then start finishing some things. I put the last harmony on about 3 hours ago. It's all mixed and mastered on the music side. Tomorrow I'll just be checking my volume levels on the spoken word shit, making sure it's gravy. And then I'll be putting it on Bandcamp, midnight tomorrow night, so it's ready to roll for 4th of July.
So we got a request from Cynical Girl. She says, I think she said, I wish you could play one of the Cy Oppenheimer.
Oh, the first Cy Oppenheimer video.
Yeah,
if you want, I can shoot it to you in DM, or if you want to it's also the pinned tweet on my page. So
shoot it to me. No,
whatever, it's easy.
I know. I appreciate you.
I think I hear.
You've done enough work, sir. We're gonna
you spoiled me, Warren.
You stop it. You're the devil you're like the devil with kisses. I'll see you in hell kind of shit. The fuck was that bullshit? All right.
God.
We got I think this show is so fucked up. And we like it that way. So here we go. The first Cy Oppenheimer spot. Let's take a listen.
Hi.
Ooh, I think this is number 2.
Here.
But it all works.
Oh, wait a minute. Number 2?
Yeah. One is it's like I said,
is it this one?
Tweet on my yes.
Oh, this one's it. The state C.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should have listened.
We go.
Should have listened. I'm
Kelly.
the devil. All right, here we go. And action, as Reef says.
Hi. I didn't see you there. Cy Oppenheimer here, working class man of the grassroots people. And I'm excited to announce that with the help of my friends at Monsanto, I'm going to be running for state seat 12 so we can get big money out of politics. See, for too long in Washington, corporate lobbyists have drowned out the passionate squeals of the working man, the little man. And I aim to change that. I want to hear your squeals because your voices matter. Your stories matter. That's a value I share with the big families at Unilever and PepsiCo. I built a career out of fighting for the underdogs, like Amazon.
This is my favorite.
Boeing. And now I'm ready to take the fight right to the corruption in Washington, D.C. If I can count on you to contribute $127 to this campaign, I can get to work making sure $27 feels like a lot more money to you next year. And now, some classic band, and you're going to eat up every second of it. I have always been a staunch supporter of the concept of a living wage. I am a tireless defender of Medicare for all in theory, but I think we can all agree it's a slippery slope. I believe that America can be virtually accessible to practically everyone. Education is a critical, fundamental cornerstone of the basic building.
It's like you're trying to hold a shit in.
It's like understanding and core cultural.
Please don't let me pull a Lowe's.
Capacity. Tools. I'm Cy Oppenheimer, and my inhuman corporate owners approve this message. So I do too. Cy Oppenheimer. Real change we can talk about.
Real change we can talk about. Coming soon. Coming in 2 days. Well, actually, today is technically Sunday. So
technically in about 24 hours away, less than 24 hours away. Warren.
That's right. I cannot wait. I know you've like okay. I know you've snuck some tunes out from it, right? Little sneak peeks.
A couple, yeah.
And but the whole album, that's the thing. That's the one we're looking for.
You know what's funny is I usually like with everything else before I can't think of a time, maybe the spoken word album. I left a few things for the actual release, but I've always been like, especially when I did the Virus, all 24 of those songs, every day I'd write something new. I'd post it on Twitter as soon as I finished it. Sometimes it'd be 3 a.m. As soon as I got done with the song, I'd put it up. And then I'd put out a record, be like, hey, come download and potentially buy all the songs you heard over the last 3 months. And then it just doesn't have any like wow to it. And it's hard not to share it, you know? But this time I wanted to like let a few songs out, and especially on streams, like I'm pretty sure I've performed or read, especially in spoken word form, several of these. But this is the most I've ever been able to keep something to myself and under wraps. And it hurts. It physically hurts for a couple of these because like I sampled Nico House's debate, if you can call it that, with Hunter Avalon. I don't know if you saw that, but he says it's so bewildered. It's like a baby bird just experiencing the world for the first time. He says, "So wait, if you don't trust the CIA and you don't trust like our institutions, then who do you trust?" And he's so scared when he says it. And I was just like, sample, he fucking took it. Yeah, and immediately, obviously, as soon as I put that song together, I wanted to put it out there, but like, no, I want to take my time and do this the right way, and then it'll help me actually when I finish it, take a while to like promote the record like you're supposed to, and shop it around, and you know, maybe make a couple videos or something, and not just dive right into writing and recording something else again, because I my brain needs a break. Like if there's never been a better time for me to take a little bit of a break from daily intake of politics, and I think I'm going to for a few weeks after this, and give myself a little recharge, and then get back in. As Jen Psaki would say, you know, do some kickboxing, have a margarita, and then
right.
get back in there.
Oh, Peppermint Patty. She that chick pissed me off because Peppermint Patty is one of my favorite Charlie Brown characters. Now I can't see Peppermint Patty without seeing, you know, the Ghost of Christmas Past. So but
I also can't see Zuckerberg without seeing her, because I think they're made in the same factory.
Oh yes, I think they are too. That's like some Westworld shit, you know, just like, you know, the Man in Black comes out and it's like Peppermint Patty. Oh, the shoots her in the face. It's nothing but circuits and stuff like that. But so, you know, now that you finished this, like you said, you're gonna take a little break. We've got some great video editors in the space that, you know, I'm pretty sure one of them wouldn't mind tackling, you know, some of your songs and making some music videos for you. I think I've heard like a couple of folks say they were willing to do that. You know. Yeah,
we'll see. I obviously I don't want to, you know, push a project on someone, but if someone felt like using something, you know, this. Well, I don't want to go out on a limb and say that this is like the summer album everyone's gonna want, but by God, it's the one we need. And
right,
gonna make sure people get it.
You got to get somebody younger to do it. Like I would do it, but all my videos seem to look like 90s local car commercials. So
I mean, I'm a big Tim and Eric fan, so the more public access it can feel, the better. Like that's the vibe I'm going for.
Right? Oh yeah, just like the 80s kind of you know, square screen with like the, you know, kind of like the scan lines going through it every once in a while.
Off, you know?
The tracking's a little off, and people have just like there's ferns and there's like wild hairstyles and stuff. You've got like a lot of tracks on there too. How many tracks are on there?
I do this. This one's gonna be, it's 9 on the music side and 9 on the spoken word side.
Nice.
So, and a few of these, the songs are, I mean, we're almost prog length. There's a couple 6.5 minute. There's a 5 minute, bunch of 4 minute. Yeah, it's. I got one 220, so it could be Twitter length, but yeah, a couple 6.5s. Couple 5 minutes, so it's a bit of a slog.
Well, I mean, it's good to have variety like that too, especially, you know, some people like, because then that appeals to everybody. Some people like the longer tunes, some people like the shorter ones, you know, so you give them a little variety.
And Kelly, to answer your question, the album will be available for purchase. It's going to be on Bandcamp first, which everything on there is set at free. So you can download it at no cost. If you want to, it gives you the option to pay what you want for the record. But it's all available for free. So, and then I'll be.
Oh, go ahead.
How about what?
I was gonna say I'm a big supporter of artists getting paid in the space, right? I mean, like I
love getting paid. Don't get me wrong, but
right. I know it's just the timing is so shitty right now. If the economy was better for people, if people had like if I had the bones, I'd be like buying everybody's album. When I had a job, I would buy independent music from friends of mine who were like on Bandcamp too. My buddies, the Gamaguchis out of Maine. I'd use one of their songs for the show open for a long time, and it's just such great music, and it's like that commercial that I play for our spring store. It costs that much because it takes me fucking hours,
right?
I mean, it's a reward. It's a reward for people to listen to your music anyway. But it's kind of nice if you got a few bucks thrown your way too. And some people are in a better space that they can do that. They can do that. So so hopefully, what I'm saying is hopefully obviously you get it out to as many people as possible. But hopefully you get a little something back, and hopefully people can get there. So. Yeah. Once I do, I'm broke as a joke, but once I do, I'm hooking it up, and then I'm gonna want sexual favors. So wait, what happened? I mean, anyway.
Okay. All right, yeah, we're back.
It's too soon. Well, I got something new for you. When I do get some money, I'm gonna hook it up because this is what's gonna happen.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, so I just wanted an excuse to show the RoboCop thing. So, but
oh goddamn.
Randy says I'm listening, but my kittens are climbing on everything tonight. I'm gonna assume that's not code, Brandy, that they're actual kittens. Because I have a bit of a mind. So anyway,
ever since I got COVID, if I start laughing really hard, my heart feels really heavy. I don't know what.
Oh boy, we do not want anybody dying on this show, Jesse. This is a no death zone, please and thank you.
I've officially become like ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activities guy.
I know, right? My heart is heavy too, but not from COVID. It's because I worry about you. Yeah, I just want you to be good, man. I want you to be good. We can't have you dying at Camp David. That's like a no. We got to get you to.
Right. Oh my God.
We got to get you to Walter Reed, where all the other presidents go. So.
Shit.
Anyway, you told me. You said you wanted to play some music, and I think I'm all my jawing and jabbering. I'm depriving the peeps of letting you play some music. So are you ready to play some tunes now? That
I'm ready to play some tunes. Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah, the last time we were on, I did, what was it? I did Blue Monday.
Right.
I think I did some Woody Guthrie on here the first time. It's just always been a great place to do some covers. Kris Legion in the chat. What is up, Kris?
Kris is another guy we play. I like to play his music before the show when people can hear it. I had a few technical difficulties, but we managed to straighten it out before you got on, so which is good. But
me and Greg, Big Mad Crab, are going to be doing an EP together soon, and we should try to get Kris in on it because then it's just going to be a whole INN like super group. It's like Asia, but with INN members.
It is. It's like damn Yankees, only without the weirdos. Yeah,
we could call it Asian INN. This is blue sky thinking,
Asian.
we're just
Look at you. Look at you. And you're a marketer too. What can't you do, Jesse? Is there an S on your chest underneath that shirt? Is that what it is? You also did Mad World the last time you were here too, and that was very good.
Right.
That
got a little bit of fucking Big River by Johnny Cash for Nola D.
You know what? The Mad World was so good it got me a copyright strike. Not a strike, but it gave me I can't monetize. Yeah. So you're big time, brother.
Maybe I should just do originals.
No,
I was sitting here about to play
that.
some covers, and I don't want to get you struck.
I'm not making any money off this shit. Come on.
Well, not if I keep playing covers. You're not.
Well, we're on Rockfin too. If I don't make any bones, I'll make it on Rockfin. So YouTube is like a lost cause. It's just kind of like the boat.
I can't in good conscience now proceed to play covers. I feel like I'm taking food off your table, Warren. I will not stand for that.
As Judas Priest, as I paraphrase Judas Priest, I want you to be breaking the law, Donna, breaking the law. Fuck the man. That's what this is all about, brother. No, you play. Listen, you play whatever you want because it would mean the world to me and your mother because we raised you. We wanted you to do good in the world.
Oh god damn, that's funny.
Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, please take it away, sir.
All right, so I wanted to do some I know just a few covers by people that I really love, songs that really mean a lot to me, and artists I actually respect, and fucking Sturgill Simpson's one of them. I don't enjoy an awful lot of new country, but that's because an awful lot of new country doesn't sound like Sturgill Simpson, and I think it says a lot that he was blacklisted from performing when he won an award by the CMAs. I think it says a lot that John Prine took him out on tour as a one-on-one singer-songwriter kind of thing, because John Prine couldn't I wrote a song when John Prine died, and for an awful lot of musicians that I love, I didn't write songs for them, so I guess that's saying something. And Merle Haggard, for fuck's sake, took the man out on tour before he died. And Sturgill Simpson's music, for those who aren't familiar with it, is extremely critical of the music industry at large, and especially what country music became, how packaged and pop adjacent and commodified it became. And the dude's just such a stellar songwriter. This song especially became something that I sing to my son when I'm putting him down at night, and I just love, especially from a country music standpoint, opening up into a song that is so critical of religion and so supportive of DMT and psychedelics. It's just such a bizarre combination in a country song. So I just had to do this here. This is Sturgill Simpson. The song is called Turtles All the Way Down. I've seen Jesus play with flames in the lake of fire that I was standing in. Met the devil in Seattle, spent 9 months inside the lion's den. I met Buddha at another time, showed me a glowing light within. But I swear that God is there every time I stare into the eyes of my best friend. She says, my son, it's all been done. Someday you're gonna wake up old and gray. So go out and try to have some fun, spreading warmth to everyone you
meet and greet and cheat along the way. There's a gateway in our minds that leads somewhere out there far beyond this plane, where reptile aliens may lie, cut you open and pull out all your pain. Tell me how you make illegal something that we all make in our brain. Some say you might go crazy, but then again it might make you go sane. Every time I take a look inside that old and fabled book, I'm blinded and reminded of the pain caused by some old man in the sky. Marijuana, LSD, psilocybin, DMT, they all change the way I see. Love's the only thing that ever saved my life. So don't waste your mind on nursery rhymes or fairy tales of blood and wine. It's turtles all the way on down the line. So to each their own till we go home. To other realms our souls must roam, to and through the myth that we all call space and time.
Woo-hoo! Yes, sir.
Sturgill Simpson, ladies and gentlemen.
Sturgill Simpson. That's a great name too, Sturgill. That's a good honest that's a good honest name for somebody. You know, you could trust a man named Sturgill.
First
you know
man in a long line that didn't turn out to be a coal miner.
Right?
Kentucky
Man, that was
Mountains.
beautiful.
Well, thank you.
You got
I wish
you got everybody swooning. Everybody was like,
he was on he did that on NPR on a Tiny Desk concert, and he said something about how he said, I've had a lot of fun listening to y'all try to figure out exactly what this song's about, and y'all got it wrong because it's just about drugs. And he starts playing it. It's just so fucking
spoiler alert, they're all about drugs in one form or another. So yeah. That was beautiful, man. Jimmy, you're not you're not late. We were fucking around before. You know, so you just missed one little song. It's okay. We got plenty more. Jesse's gonna stay here as long as the chain holds on the bed. I mean, what? I mean, put the lotion in the basket. No, we're not holding Jesse hostage. He's here of his free will. Or at least we're making him say that.
I'm ready to fire off another one. I'm fucking locked and loaded.
Well, fuck me, just do it, man. What the fuck am I doing here? No, you go ahead, brother.
One of my favorite 80s songs ever, and a great example of someone singing and playing bass at the same time. The lead singer of this band had a very, very long and tumultuous relationship with Joey Ramone, and though later on she would say that this was not about him, it's called Joey. So what are we to expect? This is Concrete Blonde. This is Joey.
Oh, I love Concrete Blonde.
Joey, baby, don't get crazy. Detours and fences, I get defensive. I know you heard it all before, so I don't say it to cry till I was dry. Still sometimes I get a strange pain inside. Oh, Joey, if you're hurting, so am I. How dare you, Dingo? Joey, honey, I got a little money, and all is now forgiven. So listen, would you only listen? And if I seem to be confused, I didn't mean to be with you. When you said I was scared too, well, I guess you scared me too. But if it's love we're looking for, well, I could give a little more. And if you're somewhere out there, pass out on the floor. Oh, Joey, I'm not angry anymore. Oh, no. Joey, I'm not angry anymore. Joey, I'm not angry anymore.
Woohoo! Yes, sir. I tell you, I love me some Concrete Blonde, brother.
Right.
I saw them. They opened. It's like early '90s. They were in New Orleans. They opened for Sting, and me and a buddy got to see them. At the UNO Lakefront Arena down there, and that was one of the best concerts I'd ever seen. Was like, and the only song I knew from Concrete Blonde at the time was Bloodletting, which is an awesome song too. From the album of the same name, kids. But Joey, it was one of those songs too, and it's just like there's so many good songs that they put out, and that was an awesome cover, by the way. So
thank you. Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
I've played that song for a long time back when I used to do like solo gigs and stuff. That was always a song I played, which is great because you get like one person, maybe two in a crowd that knows that song, but they always get excited because they like just stand up and do the slow turn, and they're like, "Ah!" That's always the best moment. So
I would be one of those people. Yes, if I was at a bar and you're up there playing, and all of a sudden I would just go, "Hey, wait a minute, because nobody knows about
the gauntlet. The gauntlet was just thrown down in chat.
Uh-oh.
There's no better way to get me to do a song than saying, "No way he could do it here and now." It fucking excuse me.
You talking shit?
I used to love if I was playing a gig at a place that had food. If they brought out something really heavy like ribs, I would stop what I was doing and I would play this song to the plate of ribs at the person's table. Like, stare the ribs down and do this.
Alas, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh, yeah, yeah. At last, on the skies above a blue my heart was wrapped up in clover. The night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I could call my own. I found a thrill to rest my cheek to, a thrill that I've never known. Oh, yeah, you smile, and then the spell was cast, and here we are in heaven. For you are mine at last. Oh, yeah, yeah, at last.
Man, I can't believe you sang that to a plate of ribs. That's
No, correction. I have sang that to dozens of plates of ribs. Like, I couldn't tell you how many plates of ribs I sing.
motherfucker loves some ribs, yo. He loved them ribs. He be singing to them bitches. Before we go further, I just want to shout out, we got Indy Left, who is rocking on the rock fin, and we got Les Bones in the chat. Two of my producers here for the show. Denver says, brilliant vocals, Jesse. You got those pipes, man. Yes, you do. Those pipes are for singing and for devouring ribs, apparently.
It's true.
So,
multi-purpose pipes.
what is your ideal barbecue sauce besides JJ Bibbs? I
love oh my god, it's hard to rank them. I like anything with a little bit kind of sweet Vidalia onion tang to it. I'm definitely a sweet barbecue sauce guy. I also love barbecue sauces with a little bit of kind of spicy mustard tang going on. If you can find a place that does like a good white barbecue sauce, that's fucking killer.
No, man, that's kind of racist. Why you gotta be white? Why you got racist motherfucker?
Gentrifier sauce, we'll call it.
Have you ever had?
There's another JJ Bibbs introducing our gentrification sauce. White barbecue sauce, white ghost peppers, white pepper.
Gentrification sauce
and enough mayonnaise to make it completely bland.
Oh, of course, it's like 90% mayonnaise. Oh my god, have you ever had like South Carolina barbecue? That they're like known for sticking the mustard in there. They like the mustard in there too.
Hang on, my mouth.
Getting you thirsty. Okay. I'm getting thirsty too. Sorry.
Now we're going 40s blues. Now we're fucking. Right. Now we're taking it back a little older than it last.
Okay. Time Traveler. I love it.
My favorite blues artist, a gentleman by the name of Son House, who, amongst other things, has an album of like field recordings that they set up out near his house by this train station and recorded just these killer songs. And one of them, right in the middle, a train comes by and it drowns out most of the recording for about 20 seconds, but it's the most metal fucking, like, it doesn't get any more blues than that. And I definitely prefer my blues of the stripped down Delta variety, acoustic, really just strung out and as raw as it gets. So this is my favorite Sunhouse song. This is called Death Letter.
This morning, how you making it red? See you hurry, hurry, for the gal you love is dead. I said that letter this morning. Say how you making it red? See you hurry, hurry on before the gal you love is dead. Packed my suitcase and I took off down the road. Said when I get there, she was laid on a cooling board. Said I pack up my suitcase, I took off down the road. But when I got down there, said she was laid on a cooling board. My Lord. Up closely and I look down in her face. So my darling, darling, will I see you Judgment Day? I said I walk up closely and I look right in her face. My darling, I guess I see you Judgment Day. Look like 10,000 people on the begging ground. I know I love you till they put your body down. I said it. Look like 10,000 people that come stand around the begging ground. You know I love you till they try to put your body down. Oh, my Lord. All I said, soon my baby, and I walk away. My darling, I guess I see you Judgment Day. See, my darling, well, I guess I see you Judgment Day.
Oh hell yeah. Love some blues, brother. That's the shit right there, man. I tell you, have you ever made your way down to Mississippi at all to hear some?
No, I never have.
I tell you, if you ever do, and I don't know if this place is still here, I have to look this up. But if you ever do go down to Jackson, Mississippi, there's a place called the Subway Blues Lounge, right? There's no Subway. So spoiler alert for those in Jackson. there's no Subway. But it's like this old rickety, like old hotel, and in the basement of the hotel is like a blues club, right? Okay. And so you have like a big, huge, long table in the middle of the thing, and then you got the stage at the end. It's kind of like a shotgun shack kind of shaped thing. Anyway, and then like seats around the side there too. Great Mississippi blues, unbelievable cats there from around the Delta that come down and play, and the place doesn't open until midnight, right? So it opens at midnight.
Awesome.
They serve they don't serve anything. They don't serve alcohol or anything in the club, but there's a house next door with a porch. You go on the porch and there's a sliding window on the porch. And you can buy beers, you can buy cans of beer there, and you could buy what they call the Subway dogs, and it's like these big fucking chili dogs with like cheese and onions and shit on there, and you bring them back to the club, and you just sit there and you eat and you drink and you just listen to blues, and it's just off the chain.
That's awesome.
Wild blues, just like so good, and they'll play till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. But that's the way they can get away with it, because they have to skirt the blue laws in Mississippi where it's like you can't serve alcohol after a certain time. But that doesn't mean you can't go next door and get it. Somehow they do that. So
that's awesome.
It was the best blues music I've ever heard in my life, at least live. I mean, and it was loud too because it was a small place, but it was so good. So highly recommend. What else you got for us?
If you want, I could pull out a little something from the next record. I could do a song, or I could do a little spoken word piece, whatever you're thinking.
You're the music director. You I just push buttons on my shitty little keyboard here. So take it away, brother.
I
had a question.
You know
from.
Let's get weird. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Go on. You have a
I
question?
was gonna say, well, Dingo in the chat was he said you and Steve Cutler could get together, and I said, well, yeah, they did. You guys did, you guys did that a few months back, and I love Steve. Steve is such a great guitarist too. I hope to someday get him back on here too. So, but anyway, please continue. I'm sorry, sir.
Let me see. My iPad's being a dick. Okay. There we go. No, it's gone. Yeah, you're right. We'll just go ahead and do Powerless. So it took me so long to get this song recorded, and way fucking longer than it should have, because I've played it on plenty of streams, and I always wanted I don't know, sometimes I fuck myself up because I don't record something when I write it, and then I'll play it a dozen times on different shows, and by then I know exactly how I want every single line to sound, how I want the inflection, etc. So then I go to record it, and then I'm just like, it's every little part has to be just so, and then I'm picking it apart way more than I usually do. Safe to say I probably took 50 different stabs at recording this song, and like, I pride myself on being a one take guy. If I'm over 3, then I'm like, maybe something's wrong, maybe I need to reapproach this. But this song just drove me up a wall. So the other night before Indy and I went live for American Tradition, for our Nancy Pelosi episode, I had about 40 minutes to kill, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to record it. And I shouldn't have done it, because I just kept butchering the guitar part in the beginning, and I was getting myself all pissed off. And by the time he and I went live, I told him, like, dude, like, I'm gonna like grab a shot real quick, because like I'm like ready to punch a wall. I need to just decompress, like kick back and quit worrying about it. So we had a great show that night. As soon as he and I logged off, I turned my shit on and I recorded it the first try, and it was like, just had the show afterglow still going on, and it got such a good take. I literally, as soon as it got done and I checked that it was saved, I just like burst into tears for a moment, because I've like fought for so many fucking different days trying to get the song recorded, and I finally did, and it was just, oh god, it was so satisfying.
Yeah, you just needed that extra energy to do that, that energy, that positive energy from the show. So
and so, yeah, I just, Greg got me my fucking killer cover art yesterday, and I put Powerless out, this song, out today on Bandcamp as a single. So with a little harmony flavor on one chorus, but I'm only one man, so here it is. Yeah, this is Powerless off of the Grift.
They'll gladly pay you by the hour for a minute or so, so you can sign off on the towers where they'll piss on your home. And if you feel like you're just powerless to answer them no, it's 'cause you are. They'll gladly pay you by the hour for a minute or so, so you can sign off on the towers where they'll piss on your home. And if you feel like you're just powerless to answer them no, it's 'cause you are. It's 'cause you are. They'll gladly stagnate a living wage, snap the chains and bury it. Labor slaves in rusty cages dragged behind a chariot, led by Mr. Racial Jungle, Joseph R. Iscariot, fighting over scraps as they barrage us all with variants and BuzzFeed clickbait, straight until we're paralyzed, trying to distract us from the concentration camps. Joe had swore he'd close, but only chose to amplify, where they got 50-something kids in cages made for 5 to occupy. And no, she hasn't seen the camps, but Harris swears they're paradise. She tells us the facilities are safe, and that right down to the women, they are regularly sterilized. Then she throws her head back and she proceeds to laugh, that sort of heartless cackle you'd expect from someone working steadfastly on behalf of the virus and a Congress full of parasites. And where was I? I was busy cashing every blue check, demonstrating plainly all the narratives expected from the verified. I was busy breeding verbal leeches by the terabyte. Trained them to exsanguinate the wealthy while they sleep at night. Bleed the oil barons dry and barren. Say they showed us how to share and now we share alike. Tell them I contracted rabies from a feral mic. Now I'm just another species losing sleep to noise pollution and these glaring lights. Forced to change its habits and adapt to just survive. But now it's safe to say that some of us are thriving in the moment, throwing shit on presidential homes beneath the Paris skies. So if you feel like you're just powerless, I guess you bought the lie. But I can tell they're petrified of our collective might, 'cause I can hear those gentrifiers weeping at the sight of our collective rights. And I only can imagine the intensifying fear of knowing revolution's near. And all that's left to do is simply wallow in the thick anticipation of a rabid bite. And baby, one day you can ask your leaders just what that was like before you grab a slice. So if you think you're powerless, allow me now to change your mind. Honey, if you think you're powerless, allow me now to change your mind. You see, they'll pay you hourly, tax them each apart, and build a shining tower out of loopholes and cards, and tell you that you're powerless to keep you in the dark because you aren't, because we aren't. You see, they'll pay you hourly, tax them each apart, and make you build a shining tower out of loopholes and cards, where they'll tell you that you're powerless to keep you in the dark because you aren't, because we aren't.
And that is powerless. Off of the
Yes.
ground.
That's right. Which will be available July 4th, Independence Day. Let's look at that.
And Powerless is up now on Bandcamp as a single, free again as a single. So
You are so giving. What? You just give and you never take.
I love too much, Warren. That's probably my only flaw.
I don't love enough. I'm just like, you know. You're a young man full of piss and vinegar and full of life. Me, I feel like, you know, the Feel like the armadillo that got flattened out on the highway, you know, down south.
I'm 33. I got high blood pressure. I'm overweight.
Quit trying to sweet talk
It's
me.
safe to say, like, I will never be in the Olympics in my lifetime. There are some things I can definitely say are not in my future. I'm at that point, you know. There are definite yeses still that could be, and definite no's. The Olympics are a big no. I'm not going to all of a sudden spring into an athletic second act. So
I think they should have singing in the Olympics. I think that should be an Olympic sport. Like, and you can't have professionals. It's not like where you could have NBA players in there doing that shit. You can't have that. You gotta have, I mean, you're a professional. I know, I understand that, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't want you, going up against, like, you know, people that have agents and that are just like evil, corporate record people. I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm sorry, but I do think it should be in the Olympics. I would watch the Olympics if that were the case. Denver's got a question on Rockfin. He says, Jesse, do you know the old song "After You've Gone," composed by Turner Layton with lyrics by Henry Creamer? That was 1918. Great old blues tune. Bessie Smith like.
I don't think so. No.
Now you got some homework.
Right?
So,
Jotting it down.
I know, right? I mean, what like, so when you do music, like, when was the last time you were like at doing a live performance? Do you remember when that was? Like, I mean, not like on StreamYard, but like in a place.
So last gig I got to play was my birthday in 2020. And it was at a place that I played at once a month, and then ran sound for their other bands on other nights. And then we were booked for St. Patty's Day, my wife and I as a duo. And we, like 3 days before St. Patty's Day, they were like, so we got to cancel because there's this like coronavirus thing. I guess it's getting serious. So we're going to close for like a week and see what happens. And then that became, you know, me being off of work long enough to record a 90-minute record. So yeah, that was the last like gig that we had. We've done a few private parties and events here and there, but it's been a little over 2 years since the last time we got to play, which is crazy because I mean I used to play so many times in a year, and now it's been a ridiculous amount of time. Like I plugged in my Bose the other day and like tested out the mics and shit, and like had to get dust off of them. Like it was bizarre. But
are you planning on like doing the Grift live anytime soon, or is there something in the works?
You know, locally, I'm not sure if there's anywhere I could. Grand Rapids is close enough and forward thinking enough, potentially, but yeah, I would need to look into that. I've always wanted to, like, obviously I enjoy playing these songs acoustic. It would be really fun to do a set's worth of songs to the actual tracks. I've never tried to do that, and it would be really fun to, especially live, because then I could have like all my samples, you know, or everything would be kind of ready to go. But yeah, I don't know. I've played a few times. There's a great old theater around here called the Park Theater. I think it was built in the 20s, and they do a really great open mic there a couple times a month. And I showed up once a while back and played a few of my things to just kind of spring it on people, and they were way better received than I could have anticipated. No one wanted to like have words with me or fight me. Everyone was super supportive, and it felt like they were ready to go burn some shit down with me. So I was like, you know what, I need to do this again. Maybe people are more fed up than I give them credit for, but I would like to, especially like I haven't gotten to play Powerless for a live crowd before. I would love to get to go drop that song and the title track rather for the album too, The Grift. I played that for the March for Medicare for All fundraiser stream last week. That was my first time trying that out acoustic, and it turned out really nicely. It was fun. So yeah,
Yeah,
to answer your short answer, yes, soon I would definitely like to. Just you got to find the right venue to do it.
yeah, you were really great for the March for Medicare for All benefit.
Oh, thanks, man. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a really enjoyable set.
Yeah, it just seems like that's the thing. It's just like you just have so much fun doing these songs. Even the ones that have like some really dark lyrics to them. You know, it's just you just feel I just sense that energy that you're putting into it, and it's just like it's almost like you go into that dark, and then when you're done with it, you're like, and that's so and so. You're like, Jesus, man.
And I had some people ask me before, like, why you'll get done and sometimes just gonna burst out laughing. Like, it's hard to explain, but I guess like if you've ever been like, I know, having like some knockdown drag out argument with an ex, or like your grieving process after you're like really really upset and coming out of like crying really hard, you'll find yourself just kind of punch drunk and laughing at next to nothing. And it's kind of a milder version of that. Like, I've already gotten the intense emotion out through doing the song, so when it's done, it's just like this huge release that it's like I could go for a cigarette, and I don't smoke. It's just like it's super cathartic. Um, and yeah, it made me be a hell of a lot weirder if I just burst into tears as soon as everything was over. I was like, that was powerless. It's gonna be on my next album.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird. I think I'd rather see. I want to see Happy Jesse, and that's powerless. It's because I do a lot of crying on my own, and I two guys crying, that would probably be crazy. Okay, I don't know if you're taking requests or not, but this is just gonna put this out there. Jimmy wants to know if you could play Africa from Toto.
I actually can't. That one's not in the wheelhouse, unfortunately.
Come on, it's for Rosanna Arquette. Yeah, that's not a lot of people know that's Rosanna Arquette, David Arquette's sister. No, is that his sister? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway,
she blocked me on Twitter.
Oh, did he? Yeah. There's so many people that I used to like as like actors and musicians and stuff, and they just shit the bed. They pulled an Amber Heard, and they totally did it.
High Fidelity will still always be like my favorite movie, but yeah, Cusack blocked me pretty early on in my Twitter days, to be honest with you.
I was such a huge Cusack fan too, because one of I remember the 80s when he was in Better Off Dead, One Crazy Summer, another movie, Grosse Pointe Blank, because he and I are around the same age, and it was just like Grosse Pointe Blank, that the soundtrack to that movie is one of my favorites of all time, and it's a great movie, and it just sucks that he's like that now. The other movie was Say Anything, which came out around 89, I think, and
Grifters, lest we forget Grifters with Angelica Houston.
That was a great movie. It was a really good movie. But with Say Anything, I had a connection to that movie because he had a blue Chevy Malibu, and he got dumped by a chick in the Malibu, and so did I, because I had a blue Malibu too with like oxidized paint, and I got dumped in the Malibu, but I didn't get a pen. She just basically told me to fuck off. So it wasn't like romantic Cameron Crowe shit. It was just like country. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done with you in your car. And I was like, no, why you dump me in the car? And later that car ended up in a junkyard after I drove it there and left it with a note on the windshield that said, you can have this if you want. I'll send you the title to it later. Anyway, but enough about you. Let's talk about me. No, I'm kidding. Yes, Better Off Dead was one of the best. That was it's a really great movie. Do you know the street value of this mountain? And he's like trying to snort the snow. He thinks it's cocaine. Anyway, so back to the music at hand, sir. What are you feeling like right now? What's coursing through your veins, itching to get out?
Let's fire off a spoken word piece before I get out of here.
Okay, that sounds groovy.
This
Take it away when you're ready.
This started off with watching all the NFT guys start losing their apes through through the deceptive art of the right click save. And then right when I was in the middle of trying to write something, I was able to tie that in with the monkeys that escaped in Pennsylvania that were on their way to a research lab. I don't know if you got wind of that, but this like truck overturned, all these monkeys got out. One of them like spit in some lady's face and she got ill. It was just this whole thing.
Yeah, that was awesome. I ain't gonna lie, that was fucking awesome.
So then I just kind of took the like disappearing apes concept and like how far can we go with this? So this is actually the opening track on the spoken word disc for there we go again disc for the grift. This is called "Fuck Me, Where'd My Apes Go?" I started up in safe mode. It feels like another day if you say so. Same sight, same smell, same payload. Bright and early, home sweet CAFO. Another day where your employer just cannot resist reminding you they need you like a payphone. And that you're the lowest labor cost that ever crossed the payroll, so medicate your self-defeating dayglow. Scroll a dozen other lives and take notes. Take a load off. Take a quiz or two. Fuck it, stay home. Your porn star name is the last thing you ate and your ATM code. Mine is a sigil, eternally vigil, the shape of a ward to preserve us and aid in our darkest of days, the ages of Bezos. When Applebee's sweetens the pot on your 5th round booster shots with a free small queso. Another day where you wager it all on a game called Fuck Me, Where'd My Apes Go? Where they right-click saved or lost in the woods on the way to a lab and a lifetime of product testing for Procter & Gamble. And while I don't mean to ramble, I'm barely disturbing the surface of what you could call the preamble. Just prepping the table where all of the rich will be seasoned and split, their legacies stripped, and the towers from which they would pelt us with shit will be toppled and trampled. Drug through the mud to the bramble, all pleas ignored and the screams all cleared for samples. And flipped to the rallying cry of a turning of tides, a working class you forged and you galvanized through a lifetime of beating them flat on the anvil. And I'm just one man, but I'll do what I can from my circle of candles. A synchronized laying of hands on the handles of studio doors where mass media vandals all butcher the truth to contort into angles that groom you into the most useful of fools that you practically drool to see Raytheon marking a nation it seeks to dismantle. Your porn star name is the day you last ate and the word that first pops in your brain when describing the taste of police boots and Bezos' sandals. And it can be the brand new code word for anything you don't want heard because you're trying to keep your YouTube channel. So go touch grass, baby. Shout it from the rooftops. Carve it on the trunk of the tree of manna. That the revolution won't be televised, but it will be felt in every soul like they're electrified by the power struggle rippling to life like a working class arcana. Load up every cannon. We will firebomb the history books and decimate the annals and write in bold unerring word the peasants won the battle. So get it through your talking heads. Tell them that we canceled all their panels. Tell them that they'll have to find some honest work. There no longer lives the kind of power they were here to serve. We'll no longer give up half an hour every night to placidly acknowledge things are getting worse and then bury our intentions in the sand antenna first. We'll no longer feed our children raw into the Senate's maw and all to slate the market's thirst. We'll no longer be their hapless tributes for the darkest curse, all to feed a power that was summoned up by Bilderberg. Wait a sec. My heart just got a bit excited, or a clot dislodged or burst. That might be the best case scenario, or truth be told, it could be the worst. Your porn star name can be honest, or exotic, or mundane, or it could be the brand name stitched on the velvet inner lining of a donor's purse.
They will trade you just the same, honey. Profit is the dice and the pieces and the prize and the name of the game. Christ, money is the motor nerve. And they don't really need yours. Everybody knows they got their own reserves. It's not about money. It is also they can feel a little power surge. When they see their machinations on display, their silence fades. They want to shout it bright as day that they end lives and they break ground just to proudly say they shape a global future they trilaterally deemed essential, equitable, pure, and business sound. It is all so they can feel a little power surge. Shit, I bet they laughed and jerked it when the towers burned. Your porn star name adorns a very shallow grave, but your one true name will be clear 1,000 years ago when this is just a town of ferns. When all the apes are gone and the overgrowth is blooming off of every surface, filling every view no matter how you turn. Lush and ever gentle while admonishing a creature that just never learns. Your name is an evergreen echo in a town of ferns, where you don't have a phone to check, just healthy breaths and rolling crests of verdant surf. Immerse yourself and drown the urge in patient earth. When all the apes are gone, there's only us to purge. Your name is that which never learns.
Yeah, that's groovy, man. That is so good.
Where'd my apes go?
Dude, I've never been so moved by a spoken word about apes. And while you were doing that, I was thinking about the last thing I ate and my PIN number.
Go on.
Oh, there's no money in there. I could probably, it's like ham sandwich 2938. There you go. Which was also my porn name. No, actually, it's, my porn name is Sticky Butter 0069. So, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Mine is Gorge Bush Senior.
Gorge Bush. Oh, that's the best. Gorge Bush.
It used to be Girth Brooks, but I had to stop for legal reasons.
Girth Brooks. You stupid. You're so stupid, Poppy. Oh, shit. Look, I gotta tell you. I gotta be honest with you. All right, so I did this show last night, and I didn't go to bed till 4, and I woke up at 9 this morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm like, now it's starting to hit, and then it's the loopies, and then when you hit me with Gorge Bush, whatever,
Senior.
whatever,
Senior.
Gorge Bush Senior. Whatever semblance of sanity I had, poof, that shit went out the window, down into the streets where the rats live. Oh, 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 Gorge Bush Senior. Why Senior? You had two bushes to pick from.
Junior's just disgusting. I'm not a pervert.
You went for the old bush.
Of course. You know me.
You like those May December romances. Oh shit. Woo. I think that's a good one to end on. I think. I know you're probably ready to pass out. You got any more tunes? Are you ready to?
No, but if Helen Mirren's watching, my DMs are open.
Helen Mirren. Look, I would Helen Mirren. I would like a keg. I would tap that. I'm serious. You know who else still looks good? She's like in her 80s. Raquel Welch.
Yeah.
Still looking good, right? And I bet she's not. Sophia Loren. I bet they're not fast runners either. I bet you I can catch up.
Susan.
See, it's Susan. Oh, she is ageless. I don't even want to fathom a guess as to how old she is. I don't want to know how old she is. To me, she is like the female version of the Highlander, right? Or Wilford Brimley, where she won't grow any older and she won't ever die. You know what I mean? She's like not Wilford Brimley from the diabetes commercials, but Wilford Brimley from Cocoon. Only she doesn't look like Wilford Brimley, but she's like the Cocoon person. I am just rambling. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I just oops. All right. Okay, so let's check this out one more time. The album cover here. So this is the whole thing drops. You said there's some cuts off of it now on your
The
band
track and Powerless are up on Bandcamp. And
the
then,
rest.
yeah, whole thing will be getting uploaded midnight tomorrow night. I'm gonna actually get to be on Monday morning, Slow News Day at the Ass Crack of Dawn when they go live.
Nice.
Getting to hang out and play a few songs. So we'll getting to do like a couple live debuts that morning, which is gonna be a blast. So
Tell Steve to put on a Helen Mirren wig and
I'd be too distracted. I wouldn't be able to get, I mean, I gotta perform more and I need to be semi-professional for this.
Wait a minute. Why is this keyboard rising? Sorry, Helen Mirren.
6 to midnight, 5 minutes into that live stream.
Well, I was gonna say, you take advantage of the morning wood, so it's like, I mean, I think Steve would look great as a in drag as Helen Mirren. I would dare say that I'm glad Steve is across the country, because watch yourself, buddy. Don't be dressing like Helen Mirren. I'm coming for you. So this show just devolved. It was so great. You had all this music.
Yeah.
And then we just
went from R to NC-17. That was the hard.
Well, we do get spicy here on the Secret Show. We have spoken about sex swings and ice dildos, and when it's appropriate to have analingus. So, Steve Poikonen and drag as Helen Mirren. Why not? Let's throw him in the mix.
Best laugh I've ever gotten out of a doctor. I was once experiencing weird nosebleeds all the time. Around the same time every day, or 4 or 4:30 in the afternoon, I would get a headache, get a nosebleed. Go to see a few different doctors. I'm seeing this one specialist, and he's like, "Look, I need you to be honest with me." And I'm sure he was after drugs. He was like, "If there's anything you do that normal people don't do that could be causing it, I need you to tell me." And serious as a stroke, I was like, "Analingus." And he started just losing it, laughing. I was like, "You told me to be honest. I'm being honest."
That's hardcore. You get a nosebleed from eating ass. Wow.
No, they were unrelated, as it turned out. I didn't get some like river parasite or something.
Did you get the river parasite from the analingus? Was that what it was? Is that the origin story? Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Before the show I was a boy, but now I'm a man. Now I'm probably still a boy though. Anyway, it's fine. I'm a little bit older boy. How about that? So anyway, let me get you out of here, get some sleep. Everybody check out Jett. He has a YouTube channel too.
I do.
But check
neglected, him out. But yes.
Well, see, now when you get the kids to do those music videos for you, now you'll have some stuff to put on there too. So I think they're excited about doing that for you too. So I think it'd be great to just like take some of your work and like go through there, listen to the lyrics and stuff like that, and then put something.
Oh, dude, I would love that. Seriously, I would lose it. And like Joe, especially, shut the fuck up, shit lib. I mean, I've yet to see the man miss. Like his video compilations are just weapons grade. Like it's so good. So
yeah, he's one of our INN brothers, and he is a rising star, as they say, and he's doing the Lord's work. So we appreciate all that he does.
Whole pen full of fucking thoroughbreds.
Check out Jesse on on the tweeters, he's at Jesse_Jett. You see it there on the screen. Let me just shout out the peeps before we get out of here. Denver and Indy over on Rockfin. Appreciate you guys. Cynical Girl, thank you for the suggestions there. Gamer, good to see you. Charlie, Reef, always a pleasure. Signs. We had a good crowd tonight for you, man. You're a hot ticket.
Fun, like pulling out some oddities. So I appreciate it. Seriously, I love you guys.
Usually when it's just me and I'm telling these old stories, it's like, back in my day, we wore an onion on our belt. That was the fashion at the time. And then I yell.
Next episode of American Tradition on the 12th. We'll probably be doing pieces from the grift. Like I won't do a full album release thing because it'll be a little like if I ran through the whole thing, it'd be a whole hour and a half. But I think we'll probably do about half of the record, maybe a little bit more.
It may be time for a Jesse Jett special where you're like, it's like the Hee Haw set, and you're dressed like Conway Twitty, and you're sitting on a stool, and you're just like,
hello, darling.
Nice to see you. It's been a long time. You gotta get
you used to be.
You gotta get the Twitty hair with the chaps.
Oh, I'm there.
It's like if Bob Ross sang country music. That's what Conway Twitty is. Noli, darling, appreciate you coming out. Signs and Kelly. What else we got in here? Miss Jimmy was in here too. Appreciate you. Miguel, always a pleasure. Gamer, appreciate you, brother. If I repeat you, that's okay. Frankie Lee, thank you so much. So yeah, there was a lot of people watching tonight. So I always like doing these kind of shows too. Let's Bones, one of my other producers there. Good to see you. I love having you on because then you get to just like, let your freak flag fly, play whatever you want.
I love it.
And and I ain't gotta do much but sit back and listen to free music. It's the shit.
You deserve it. That's the important thing.
That's what the kids call win-win. That's for you too, there, Mr. Man. I think I got everybody. Wesley and I think Brandy was here too. Not sure who else was here, but John Carver, good to see you. And everybody else that showed up, appreciate all of y'all. Thank you so much. We can't do the show without you. Well, I guess could, but it'd be kind of weird just doing a show to nobody. It'd just be me talking to myself. So, and I thank you, Jesse. You're a good friend, and you're super talented in so many ways. I got nothing but love for you, brother, and I want to see you shoot sky high to the heavens, man. I mean, rising tide lifts all boats, so your success makes everybody else in the space who appreciates what you do. It kind of brings everybody else's game up too. So we appreciate you. And so yeah, check out. Are you doing American Tradition this Tuesday?
Next Tuesday.
Okay, so a week from this.
Yep.
Yeah, so we the 12th, a week from this Tuesday. Check him out on Indie News Network. All my family in Indie News Network. I appreciate all of y'all. We're growing. You're growing. I'm growing for different reasons. I think I'm still thinking of Helen Mirren, but that's a story for another day. Have a great 4th of July, Jesse, and everybody in the chat. Have a good holiday. Be safe. Don't play with firecrackers because that's just dumb. If you go see a fireworks show, that's great, but don't play with them because that's just dumb. You'll blow off your fingers and all you'll have is a nub. And animals don't like that shit either. So, and I don't like that shit.
Warren.
I will find you and I will take your penis from you. Oh, I don't, and stick it in a jar.
And that's
So-
my cue to get out of here.
Exactly. Wash your ass, kids. Good night. So that was something else. Yeah.
Shut up, bitch!